You could be damaging your dog's trust every single day without raising your voice, without ever laying a hand on them. It happens in your kitchen, at your bathroom door, on your couch at 9 at night. Your dog leans against your leg, and you shift away. They follow you down the hall, and you call them clingy. They drop a soggy, half-chewed toy in your lap, and you push it aside. Here is the truth almost no one in traditional dog training will ever tell you. Your dog isn't misbehaving. They're communicating. And in the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly what you have been missing. And the 10-second sync reset that starts fixing it tonight. If you have ever laid in bed wondering whether your dog truly respects you, whether they love you the way you love them, that doubt is not something you imagined. It is real. It is common. And it is about to make a lot more sense. You are not failing as a dog owner. Traditional dog training taught you to obsess over commands. Sit, stay, come, heel. It handed you a list of words to say and treats to give, and it left out the one thing that actually determines whether your dog feels safe with you: their body. While you were busy repeating cues, your dog was already talking to you, constantly, through posture, weight, breath, and proximity. You just were never taught the language. This is the invisible error sitting underneath almost every strained dog and owner relationship. You think you have a listening problem with your dog. What you actually have is a translation problem. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Think about how much energy you have spent trying to be a better owner. The classes, the videos, the articles at midnight when your dog would not settle down. None of that effort was wasted, but most of it was aimed in the wrong direction, because it focused on teaching your dog new words instead of teaching you the words your dog was already using. That is the gap we are closing today. Let's talk about the lean. That moment when your dog walks over and rests their full body weight against your leg. Most owners read this as being in the way or seeking attention at an inconvenient time. So they shift or gently push the dog off. Here's what canine psychology actually tells us about that gesture. Leaning is one of the clearest nervous system regulation signals a dog can offer. It is not random. It is your dog's body attempting to physically synchronize with yours, to borrow your calm or to offer you theirs. When you push that gesture away, even gently, even without meaning to, you are rejecting a request for connection at the exact moment your dog is reaching for you the most. Now think about the bathroom door. Your dog follows you there every time, without fail. Owners panic and label this separation anxiety, or worse, dominance. Some outdated idea that your dog is trying to control the house. Neither one is the root cause of dog behavior here. That following, that constant proximity seeking, is often simple biological connection. It is your dog choosing to stay near their safest resource, which, whether you feel like it some mornings or not, is you. Mislabeling it as anxiety or dominance does not just miss the truth. It can lead you to respond in ways that actually damage the trust that behavior was built on. And here is the moment that quietly breaks so many owners. Your dog brings you a toy, drenched, unglamorous, at what feels like the worst possible time. You assume it is a request to play. Canine psychology tells a different story. In many cases, offering an object like that is a trust test, a small, physical way of asking, "Are we still okay?" How you respond in that exact moment either builds emotional attunement between you and your dog, or it adds to what I call emotional noise, the static that builds up every time a genuine signal gets missed or misread. So think about it honestly. How many times have you pushed your dog away in the kitchen, certain they were simply underfoot, when they were actually reaching for connection? You are not a bad owner for this. Nobody handed you the manual. Until now. This is exactly why I created the emotional sync method. A framework built on one core idea. Your dog isn't misbehaving when they lean, follow, or show up with a soggy toy at the wrong moment. They are reacting to you, to your energy, your posture, your own nervous system, in real time. And this is exactly why the 10-second reset works. Not as a trick, but because of what is happening biologically underneath it. The science backs this up. Researchers at universities in Sweden, publishing their findings in the journal Frontiers in Psychology, found that calm physical contact between a dog and their owner raises oxytocin, the biological hormone tied directly to trust and bonding, in both of them at the same time. That is not a coincidence. That is a biological connection happening constantly, whether you are aware of it or not. If this is opening your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps this channel reach more owners who need to hear this. So here is the real question. What is your dog actually saying when they lean, follow, or offer you something worn and slobbery at 9 at night? And more importantly, what should you actually do about it? I want to walk you through something I call the 10-second sync reset. A small, practical piece pulled directly from the emotional sync method. It takes less time than reading this sentence out loud, and it can change how your dog experiences you almost immediately. Step 1. When your dog leans, freezes near you, or makes deliberate eye contact, stop what you are doing for 10 full seconds. Not 5. 10. Most owners rush past this moment entirely, which is exactly why the signal never gets acknowledged. Step 2. Breathe out slowly, longer than you breathe in. Your dog is remarkably sensitive to your breathing pattern and your muscle tension. A slow exhale is one of the fastest ways to calm your own nervous system, and dogs mirror that state far more than most owners realize. Step 3. Place a relaxed, still hand on your dog, or simply let their weight rest against you without shifting away. Do not pet quickly or excitedly. Stillness is the signal here, not stimulation. Step 4. Silently acknowledge what just happened. You do not need to say a word out loud, although a calm, low-toned "I see you" does not hurt. What matters is that you stop treating the moment as an interruption and start treating it as a message received. That is the entire reset. 10 seconds. No treats required, no commands. Just presence. Translated correctly for once. Now here is where most owners get it wrong, and it is worth slowing down on. The instinct, especially after a long day, is to treat these 10 seconds as an inconvenience squeezed between real tasks. Dinner is on the stove. The phone is buzzing. The kids need something. So the lean gets a distracted pat, the following gets a sigh, and the toy gets set aside for later. None of that makes you a bad owner. It makes you human. But your dog does not experience your distraction as neutral. They experience it as static. More of that emotional noise building up. One missed signal at a time until the relationship feels quieter than it should, even though your dog never stopped trying to reach you. The good news is that the reverse is just as true. Every single time you choose stillness over distraction, even for 10 seconds, you are lowering that noise. You are proving to your dog's nervous system, again and again, that reaching for you is safe. That is not a training trick. That is biological connection, built one small moment at a time. When you start applying this consistently, something shifts. The leaning stops feeling like clinginess and starts feeling like trust. The bathroom door following stops feeling like a nuisance and starts feeling like loyalty. And that soggy toy at 9 at night stops feeling random, because now you know exactly what it means. This single reset addresses the surface of a much deeper root cause of dog behavior. Body language is only one layer. Underneath it sits an entire nervous system, constantly reading yours, constantly adjusting to yours, whether you are stressed after work, anxious about something unrelated, or completely calm. Your dog does not just live with you. They are, quite literally, wired to respond to you. That is the piece traditional training never covers, because commands do not touch the nervous system. Only genuine emotional attunement does. And that attunement is built through more than one gesture. It is built through a complete framework. Everything I just walked you through today, the lean, the following, the toy, the 10-second reset, is only the surface layer of the complete emotional sync method. The full framework goes far deeper, covering the 5-element cycle that explains not just what your dog's body is saying in any given moment, but why, biologically, they say it, and exactly how to respond so your dog begins to trust you on a level that commands alone could never reach. This reset is only the entry point. Grab the free checklist pinned in the comments below this video. It walks you through this reset and every other signal your dog sends you in a normal day, laid out so you can check it in seconds before it becomes second nature. And if you are ready to understand the entire root cause of dog behavior, not just the 10-second version, the full emotional sync method is laid out step by step in the resource linked in that same pinned comment. Before you go, there is one more video waiting for you, one that dives into a piece of this puzzle I have not touched on today, a piece that might explain even more about why your dog acts the way they do around you specifically. It is right there on your screen now. Your dog was never the problem. They were speaking a language you were never taught to hear. Your dog isn't misbehaving. They never were. They are communicating right now, in this very moment. And for the first time, you know exactly how to listen